Think about the most respected person you know. Not the loudest, not the most successful, not the one with the most followers or the fanciest title. Just the person whose opinion actually matters to you. The one people listen to when they speak. The one others go to when things get hard. Now ask yourself, what is it about them? Well, chances are it's not one big thing, it's something quieter than that. Something most people overlook entirely. And in the next few minutes, you're going to understand exactly what it is and how to start building it yourself. Most people think respect comes from achievement, from status, from having the right job title or the right circle of friends. So they work harder, they talk louder, they try to impress people. And it never quite works the way they hope. Because here's the truth. People don't respect you for what you have. They respect you for what they can count on you to do. Respect isn't a reaction to your resume, it's a response to your reliability. And yet, there is one habit, one quiet, unglamorous, almost invisible habit that separates the people everyone respects from everyone else. It doesn't cost money, it doesn't require a personality change, it doesn't need an audience, but almost nobody practices it consistently. The habit is this: do what you said you would do, that's it. Say you'll call. Say you'll show up. Say you'll get it done. Get it done. It sounds almost embarrassingly simple, and yet think about how rare it actually is. How many people in your life say they'll do something and quietly don't? How many times have you heard, "Let's catch up soon," and it never happened? How many commitments get made and then forgotten the moment they become inconvenient? We live in a world full of half-kept promises, which means the person who consistently follows through on the big things and the small ones stands out like a signal in static noise. Psychology tells us that trust is built in layers, and the foundation of every layer is consistency. Research on how human beings form trust shows that we are wired, literally, evolutionarily wired, to track reliability. Our brains are constantly running a quiet background check on the people around us. Can I count on this person? Will they do what they say? And here's what's fascinating. We don't just track the big commitments, we track the small ones. When someone shows up on time, our brain registers it. When someone remembers something they promised to do a week ago and actually does it, our brain registers that too. And over time, those tiny data points stack up into something much larger, a reputation. Psychologists describe this through the concept of warmth and competence, the two core ingredients humans use to judge each other. Warmth means, are you safe? Are you genuine? Can I trust your intentions? Competence means, can you deliver? Are you reliable? When you consistently do what you say you'll do, you score high on both. You signal warmth because you respect the other person enough to honor your word, and you signal competence because you actually follow through. That combination is rare, and it is magnetic. Now consider what happens when you don't follow through. Not dramatically, not dishonestly, just quietly don't. You cancel last minute. You forget to send that thing you promised. You say, "I'll think about it," and never bring it up again. Each of these moments feels small in isolation, but they accumulate, and every single one chips away at something that is very hard to rebuild: trust. There's a reason people say trust takes years to build and seconds to destroy. It's because the brain is far more sensitive to broken reliability than to consistent reliability. We notice when people let us down far more than we consciously notice when they come through. So every time you break a small commitment, you make a small withdrawal from your reputation, and most people never even realize they're doing it. Here is what makes this habit truly powerful. It's not just about what others think of you, it's about what you think of yourself. Every time you keep your word, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one would know if you didn't, you are quietly building self-respect. You are proving to yourself that you are someone who can be counted on. And that internal foundation changes everything. The way you carry yourself, the decisions you make, the confidence that comes from knowing, not hoping knowing, that you are a person of your word. Self-respect and the respect of others aren't separate things. They feed each other. When you respect yourself enough to honor your commitments, people feel that. They sense the integrity behind it. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to remind people of all the times you showed up. It just becomes part of how they experience you. So how do you actually build this habit? It starts with one simple shift. Say less and mean more. Most broken commitments aren't born from bad intentions. They're born from overcommitting, from saying yes when you should have said maybe, from making promises in the moment because it feels good to, without thinking about whether you can actually deliver. So the practice is this, before you make a commitment, pause. Ask yourself honestly, will I actually do this? If the answer is uncertain, say so. I'll do my best is more honest than I'll definitely get that done. Let me check my schedule before I commit is more respectful than yes of course, followed by a cancellation. And for the commitments you've already made, treat them as non-negotiable, not because someone is watching, but because your word means something, because your integrity is worth more than the inconvenience of following through. One small exercise for the next 7 days: make fewer promises and keep every single one. Not perfectly, just deliberately, and pay attention to how it changes the way people relate to you. Respect doesn't come from being impressive. It comes from being dependable. In a world where most people are loud, busy, and scattered, being someone who quietly, consistently does what they say they'll do is one of the rarest and most powerful things you can be. You don't need to be the loudest voice in the room. You just need to be the one people can count on. If this gave you something to think about, consider sharing it with someone who could use the reminder.